Hey Leon, my name is Greg, and you connected with me via the window tinting Facebook group, and I offered to show you what you would need to do to rank up your site in Google. Um, I do this because many business owners, local business owners, are busy running their business, but not necessarily focused on growing their business. And if they are focused on growing their business, often they're throwing money at the problem. They're paying Google ads, they're paying Angie's List, Home Advisor, etc., etc. Whereas if you optimize your site, you can get to the top of Google, get that free organic traffic, and a lot more customers who are looking for your services finding you online. Okay. A little bit of an overview here for you, Leon. So it really is all about beating your customers to the top of Google. If you're not in the first three positions on the first page of Google search, you're missing out on 90% of the traffic. However, if you get into the top three and you get into the map pack, you stand the best possible chance of being the car detailing, car tinting business that customers choose. Okay, so the three things that I will talk about today to give you some suggestions. Number one is content. So content is king. It is the quality and quantity of the words and images throughout your site. Number two, backlinks. So Google is a bit of a popularity contest, and with the internet being a web, the more websites that link to your site, the more Google will assume that your site is trustworthy, as long as the sites you've linked to are trustworthy, and that will allow Google to push your site up when customers are searching for your services in your areas. Google is very concerned about their user experience. They want to make sure that the sites that they serve into search meet the requirements and satisfy their customers first time around. So they take this very seriously. And the third thing is citations, Leon. So citations is the number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned in a directory, both local and national, on the internet. So this drives relevance. These three things together, authority, trust, and relevance, allow Google's algorithm to infer some trust of your site to push it up in the rankings. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump here into content. So here's your website. The first thing I'll say is it's very eye-catching, and that's great. What the Google algorithm cares about, though, is not the aesthetic, but they care about the content. So the quality and the quantity, as I mentioned. From a quantity point of view, they assume that if you're able to write about your services with a high volume of words, they assume that that you have some authority in the area, and they assume therefore that you're able to answer the questions that their customers searching for you are looking for. Okay, that's on the quantity side of things. What they want to see is they want to see at least 1,500 words on the homepage, and at least 500 words per service that you offer. Okay, that is a ballpark number. It really depends on who your competitors are, because the goal here is to beat your competitors in terms of quantity. I took a quick count of the words on your site using this tool. What I see here is, there's 20,000 words throughout your site, but really on the most important pages, there's only 500 words on your homepage. That would need to be bumped up. And I'm looking here at some of these services pages. So tinting, there's 400. Ceramic Pro, a little shy of 300. And then the rest of it looks to be blog entries and such. So some work to do here, Leon, on upping the volume of content throughout your site. The second reason why quantity is important is because it allows you to achieve quality as well. So what I mean by quality is you need to make sure that throughout your site you are mentioning what we call keywords or keyword phrases. These are the phrases that match what your customers might be looking for when they are searching for your services in your areas. You've got a couple of great examples throughout your site already. Auto detailing TriCities, Tennessee, and you mentioned that several times, so on and so forth down. So, what is really important here, Leon, is that you vary the keywords that you write into your site, and in actual fact, mentioning the same keyword over and over again is not going to help. It's actually going to hurt. Google is very concerned with what they call keyword stuffing. So, if you've got more than one keyword in about 100 or 150 words by way of density, they consider that stuffing and they don't like that very much. They would rather that your keywords were written into your content in a very organic fashion, in a way that made sense. Okay, so we're talking about keywords, and I'm going to give you another example. So I typed in this keyword into Google, and as a potential customer of yours, I might use this keyword. I might also use window tinting Asheville. I might also use car detailing Asheville or auto detailing Asheville. There are all these variants of this keyword phrase. Let's take a look at your site, Leon, and see what this tool here tells us about your keyword setup. So I pay for this tool; it's about $1,000 a month, but it really gives me some good insight into what's happening in the back end here. Currently, Google is indexing 112 keywords for your business, and you are, as a result of everything you've got going on, you are attracting just a little over 40 customers to your website a month on average, organic traffic. And I'm going to contrast this number with one of your competitors to show you what is possible in a minute. But let's look at these keywords. Okay, so what I want to see here are what we call buyer intent location-based keywords. By location-based, I mean mention the place where these services take place, as well as mentioning the service itself. Why? Because if I was searching for a window tinter or a car detailer in my town, Santa Cruz, California, I want to know that the person I find can do the work because they're in my town. They're not somewhere down the road and they can't do the work. So it's really important that we mention these location-based keywords and the service. What I'm noticing here, Leon, is you've done a good job of writing throughout your site some of these keywords. What I would suggest, though, is you want to be targeting, well, there's a number of things here. So for these keywords, so for example, car detailing, Johnson City, Tennessee, 100 people a month are searching for it, and you're sitting in position 5 on Google. That's the bottom of the first page. East Tennessee car detailing, 100 people a month looking for that. You're at position 6. That's way at the bottom of the first page, and so on and so forth. So I would do a couple of things here. I would rework your content to write this to write it in such a way as to pull in the most important keywords that drive the most amount of traffic in the areas that you want to work. Now I looked at the areas that you serve, and what I looked at was the populations of these areas. Population equals demand. Now I found that Asheville, Tennessee, was the largest of the areas that you serve, with almost 500,000 in population. So I would target this. What I see here is I don't see any targeting of that town, and I would change that. That's the first thing. The second thing here is that you're leaning heavily on car detailing, auto detailing, some window tinting, but it looks to me as though you have a lot of services to offer. And what you want to do is really spread out your keyword strategy to cover all these areas and all the services that you offer, probably focusing in on the highest population areas and the most profitable services that you offer, or the ones that you enjoy doing more often. Okay, so that's on the keyword side of things. Let me show you one of your competitors here. So when I did this this keyword search, right, and this is the keyword that is most prevalent on your site, it seems. I pulled up, so you're there, right, which is good, but I pulled up one of your competitors, these guys, Black Mountain Detail Shop. One thing I will say about that keyword that is most prevalent throughout your site, window tinting, TriCities Tennessee. In actual fact, there are basically no people searching for that key term. So whilst you've written it very well into your content, no one's searching for it. So we'd want to make sure that you switch out that content for high volume keywords that people are actually looking for. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at one of your competitors. These guys are in Asheville, I believe, or at least service Asheville. They have double the number of keywords, but let's take a look at what's going on in the back end. Okay, so they are focusing on this high population area, 200 search term. They're on the 3rd position of Google. Great place to be. Here again, car detailing Asheville, North Carolina, another variation. 150 search, 2nd place of Google. So you can see that they're doing things slightly differently. And the result is that whereas your site is attracting a little over 40 organic visits a month, their site is attracting 4 times that, Okay, so we think about conversion, and you can ask yourself sort of what your business looks like if you quadruple the number of customers, uh, high intent buy customers finding your website. What do you do with this traffic? So it's really important that you think about conversion. So what I like to see on the homepage of any website is a really compelling offer. It doesn't have to be a promotion or anything like that, but it's some statement that draws the customer in. That you've got 3 seconds to capture attention here. So if you've got something that is high impact, whether it's visually or word or a combination of both, you can convert more of the traffic that you receive into paying customers. Okay, so we'd look at that too. So anyway, I've looked at content. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention to you here, Leon. This is really important. Your website is not secure currently, so it can be stolen. Um, you'd want to get onto that ASAP. That's top priority. Okay. All right. So we talked about content. Let's talk about backlinks. Backlinks. This is Google's popularity contest. The number of times that your site is linked to from other sites on the internet. If those other sites are trusted, it drives trust power to your site and allows Google to push you up in ranking. So it looks like there's been some work done here. 8 referring domains driving 47 different backlinks to your site. Let's take a quick look here. Okay, so really what you want to see here, Leon, is you want to see links from high quality, non-spammy, high power websites. And you've got some of these. So this is a very high power site. MapQuest is fantastic. And you've got a page badger. I'm not sure what that is, but that's a low power site. You probably look at taking that off and replacing it with as many other backlinks as possible. The strategy here is a very manual process, finding all the best backlink opportunities, probably that your customers have, and reaching out to those sites and requesting a link. Okay, you can see here that Black Mountain Detail Shop, they don't have that many more referring domains than you, but it's driving a lot more site power. And I would actually say that these guys could do a lot better too. So there is a great opportunity here to really rise well in rankings and grab all this traffic, Leon. All right, so that's backlinks. Citations then, very quickly, the number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned on any directory. Quite basically, the strategy here is find the best directories, usually the ones that your top competitors are listed with, and beat them roundly by at least 100 or 150 citations. Okay, what this gives you is the opportunity to win a position in the map pack. The map pack is the top 3 results appear on any search right underneath the map here, and they get the most traffic. You have an opportunity to capture the map pack and the top spot in organic rankings. If you can do this, you are you're in the best possible position to grab a whole bunch of traffic, and then pick and choose the jobs that suit you, the high-paying jobs, the jobs you prefer to do. Right, that's the opportunity here. So, Leon, without further ado, we talked about content. There's a good opportunity here to look at your content, to make it relevant to the searchers that are trying to find you. Backlinks. Link out to those quality sites. They will drive power to your site. And lastly, citations to win the map pack here. So, Leon, I'm going to wrap up now. I will say that this is most definitely a longer video than I usually want to do. But you've got a lot of opportunity that I wanted to talk about for you. I hope you don't mind watching a 14-minute video. And as I say, take this information and use it. And if you need my help, I'm more than happy to help. This is the work that I do. I work with local businesses to help them find customers. It's the work I love to do, and I'm more than happy to have a further discussion with you if it's something that you think sounds interesting. So Leon, with that, thank you for watching my video. Take care.